Hi. Um, Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties. So I'm hoping my kiddos is here. Anyway, anybody knows that I'm on this journey, um, picking up life and trying to get my mind, body, and soul right. And so right now I have been reading an awesome book. I've been going through a lot of life changes, and those life changes have definitely put me in a different place, spiritually, emotionally, financially. Had a lot of 2020's been an interesting year. So, nevertheless, so trying to get me back into order, I wanted to just spend a little time just letting you know that God is so good. And so God is in the midst of doing wonderful things, even though sometimes I hit brick walls. I know that God is doing wonderful things. So I'm reading a book called The Shift by, I think it comes out backwards to you guys, by Pastor Keion Henderson of Texas. And I am just in the introduction. I thought, what a cool way, since I'm going through life and have to transition, what a cool way to kind of discuss the book, and why not pick up this book while I'm in the meantime. So in the meantime just kind of means like while you're going through some stuff in life, God kind of takes you through like the wilderness. And this book is enlightening. I'm literally starting it from scratch with you all. I've only like went through part of the pages, but I'm reading it chapter by chapter and going to share it week by week. So I'm in the introduction, and just this book just talks about how your life should be shifted, and is, he says, courageously moving from season to season. And God takes us through different seasons in our lives. And right now, I'm really going through a season, that time when you just don't understand life, when you start losing your friends and you're going, what did I do wrong? Or relationships. I've been through lots of relationships, and you're trying to figure out, like, is this meant to be? Is it not meant to be? Or whatever it is, in a church where you're like, church hurt is going on, or you just start not trusting the church members or family members for that matter, where you just seem to be like not understood or not like in the space that you're comfortable with. And so I thought it was a good time to pick up this book. I bought this book about 3 months ago and haven't read it yet. And so just reading the beginning of it, and what I want to do this journey with you is, I really like feedback. And so you can chat, whatever. Tonight's not going to be long at all. And I'm going to promise to keep my videos short because I talk a lot. But just the contents of his book really is about how life takes you through some things, and you have to be a survivor. And some of the chapters are like death, divorce, and daddy issues, desperation, decisions, um, destiny, direction, development, all the way down to dominion. Like, what do we have authority over? And so just in the introduction, it's called Shifting to Survive. I've got my little book here, so I'm cheating. And he has a quote by Rick Warren that says, "We are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it." And so he talks a little bit about how he was a basketball player in college, and how he was feeling this pain. And I'm not going to give all the details of all of his books, so you'll have to buy it. But he talks a little bit about how, this is his dream, playing basketball, and he's in college, and he's in some pain prior to getting on the floor. And he's on the floor and he feels this rupture, and it is his ACL. And anybody who's heard that knows that if you get a ruptured ACL, it's pretty much over for you. So that being said, that was very painful for him. And you got to really kind of think about making decisions like that when you're you know you're doing something you probably shouldn't be doing, but you push it anyway because a lot of us have a lot of resilience, determination, you know, but your body's telling you, God's telling you, like, no, but you do it anyway. And then he talks about how, like, there are consequences to making decisions like that. You know, there are, you make the choice, you get in a relationship that you're not supposed to be in, or you don't take the relationship that you're supposed to be in, or you take the job you're not supposed to be in, or you know, there's so many facets in life that we do that we pretty much probably should not um, be in, but nevertheless, there's consequences to the mistakes that we make. And so he recognizes that, you know, this one era, this past that he makes wasn't a good choice. And now he's really got to go through, you know, the consequences of that. He's never going to live this dream of being this basketball player. And so God takes us through those that kind of process of we make these choices, but God doesn't give up on us. He's there in the midst. And right now, while I'm in this desert place, I'm in this weird season. Um, and it's been evolving. Um, it's weird. And so it's I have a lot of pride, and I take a lot of pride in always being the person who has all the answers, all the solutions. Um, I'm a life coach, you know. I'm like the pillar of my family. Like, I understand everything. People come to me for everything, and then all of a sudden, there's this silence in my life that's kind of like I'm not needed anymore. I'm transitioning. I'm empty nesting. My kids aren't home. um, my relationships are changing, my personal relationships, my family relationships are changing. My friends are changing. God has removed some people out of my life, and frankly, He's removed me out of people's lives, whether I understand it or not, or I think, well, wow, this was the best thing. Why did you take this away from me? Um, God's doing what He does, and I am trying to learn to accept that, and there's growth in acceptance. So that's really what I wanted to talk about tonight is that um, when God has taken us through a season, in the meantime season, and he talks about this meantime season. And I remember there's somebody else that I really like, and I say her name wrong. So she hates when you say her name wrong, Ayana. But yeah. So anyway, um, um, she talks about this meantime too. It's this space where you have to kind of change, you transform, you evolve. And during this time, this is the time that God is pretty much training you for who He needs you to be. And God's been trying to do this in my life for a while. And the more that I resist, the longer it's been. And I used to always complain about being in this wilderness. I don't want to be like Moses and the Israelites, like, you know, going through all the Jewish people going through the the wilderness for 40 years. Well, doggone it, I'm a whopping 50. Thank you very much. And I've been in the wilderness for a while, and I've been going for years going, something's happening, something's changing. I'm a person that has social contacts and media contacts and all kind of things, but it's not the same anymore. My name isn't in demand anymore. I can't just pick up a phone and go, "Oh, I got a connection." It's not working that way for me. And so this is the time that God is demanding, and what a time. It's 2020. We're quarantined. We're supposed to be. And Pastor Henderson calls this the basic training, where problems and conflicts and disappointments and painful decisions and circumstances are here. And we're going, how come, God? Right? And so This is the time where we give up what we're used to and give it to God. This is the time when we say, you know what, I no longer have the ability to pull this through with my flesh. This is the time when we get on our knees and say, God, show me. This is the time when we go, I don't know, I don't have any more answers. And the more that I fight it, the more frustrating I'm getting. So I'm looking at my time. I promise this won't be long. So I just wanted to go over that. And um, I like his last quote that says, "You're just one shift away from your next great success." And that, if you get this book, really a nice book. He kind of calls this book like um, a guide. So, a guide of shifting through life. I'm an older adult, so I'm sure that I'll be able to resonate with a lot of things by saying, oh, yeah, I've been through this, I've been through divorce, I've been through having children, I've been through college, whatever. So I kind of like can identify. But on the younger side, you go through a lot in life. I know I've been there, I've done that. You go through a lot. And honestly, um, as a youngster, trying to figure out relationships, trying to figure out if I wanted to give my life to the Lord or be around all my friends, like what seems silly. I did not want to be deemed as a Jesus freak, you know, trying to make the decisions. Do you drink? Do you not drink? Do you smoke? Do you not smoke? Now's a good time to figure all that stuff out because I didn't do those things. And as I got older, I wanted to fit in and started doing those things. So, life is hard. If you're a youngster and you find somebody who's been through life and they can talk to you, talk to them. They'll listen to you, they'll give you advice. Don't take all advice. Hopefully, it's Christian advice. I I am not getting paid for this. I do recommend the book The Shift by Keion Henderson. Is that showing up? Don't know. Yeah. Uh, okay. So, yeah, and we can go through this week by week. We're on totally only on the introduction. A little bit about me because I need to get off of here. I promise this would be longer than 15 minutes. And so I'm going through my life journey. This is part of my therapy. This all started by an assault that really took a big emotional toll on me. And it put weight on all the things that were happening in my life. And so my therapist thought, since I'm sort of kind of in the public figure, that I do this publicly and be yeah, I can't even think of my word right now. Yeah, he just thought that I should open up and um, be transparent, and this is gonna help me along the way. People who can identify, maybe you'll see it. For me, I have to go back on my videos, look at them, see my growth, see my regression, see my progression. So I thank you for being here, the whole 3 people that I have here. I'd appreciate you if you give me a thumbs up, just to let me know that you're here. It looks like something. Nope. Okay. If you send me a message, let me know where you're from. I would appreciate that too. Um, I love you for just being here and hanging out with me and taking this journey. I'm hoping that you'll stick with me along the way, and I'll be posting the videos once a week. Not sure if I really want to go live. Live's not my thing, especially if I don't have no interaction. Um, Questions you want to talk about, I'll be more than happy to address them. And I got a thumb, so yeah. All right. So I'm very humbly appreciative of that, even if it's my kiddo. So I love you all. Take care of you. My name is Tanetta Marie. I think here I'm Tanetta Smith. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all everywhere. Much love. Thank you.